Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of October 23, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an Infantry Officer. Center Group of Forces liberated Nikolaevka and advanced into Ukrainian defenses, dealing heavy losses to the Ukrainian brigades and repelling numerous counterattacks. Significant losses were inflicted on Ukrainian forces, including the destruction of infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers, and artillery units.
Welcome to Frontline Updates podcast, where we provide you with the latest information on global military operations. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer, to brief us on the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of October 23, 2024. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm here to provide a detailed briefing on our current operations.
Let's start with an overview. What is the current status of the special military operation?
As of October 23, 2024, the special military operation continues across multiple fronts. Our forces have been making strategic advances, inflicting heavy losses on Ukrainian forces, and solidifying our tactical positions in key regions. Each group of forces has been actively engaged in both offensive and defensive actions.
Let's talk about the North Group of Forces. What can you tell us about their recent actions in the Kharkov region?
The North Group of Forces has been highly effective in the Kharkov direction, particularly in the settlements of Lipsy, Katavka, and Volchansk. We've inflicted significant losses on the Ukrainian 57th Motorized Infantry and 92nd Airborne Assault Brigades, with the enemy losing up to 100 servicemen, as well as important artillery assets like the 152mm Mst.B howitzer and 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery unit.
That's a notable achievement. What about the West Group of Forces? What progress have they made?
The West Group of Forces has improved its tactical position and dealt heavy blows to the Ukrainian 44th, 60th Mechanized Brigades, and several territorial defense units. We repelled 6 counterattacks by Ukrainian forces and inflicted over 510 casualties. In addition, we destroyed several key pieces of military hardware, including US-made M198 howitzers and British-made L119 guns, as well as electronic warfare systems like the Anklavin and Bukovel AD stations.
It sounds like the Ukrainian forces are facing significant challenges on multiple fronts. What about the Southern Group of Troops?
The Southern Group of Troops has been particularly active. We successfully liberated the village of Serebryanka in the Donetsk People's Republic and inflicted severe losses on Ukrainian brigades in several settlements, including Semenovka, Seversk, and Slavyansk. The enemy suffered the loss of over 800 servicemen, several artillery units, such as the US-made M119 and Polish-made Krab self-propelled guns, and 5 field ammunition depots were destroyed.
That's an impressive set of operations. How about the Center Group of Forces? What are their recent accomplishments?
The Center Group of Forces continues to advance deeper into Ukrainian defenses. We liberated the settlement of Nikolaevka and repelled 13 counterattacks by various Ukrainian brigades, including the 23rd and 93rd Mechanized Brigades. In total, we caused the enemy to lose up to 450 servicemen, multiple armored vehicles, and heavy artillery, such as US-made Bradley infantry fighting vehicles and Kozak combat vehicles. We also destroyed a warehouse storing unmanned aerial vehicles.
It seems like Ukrainian counterattacks are being consistently repelled. What's happening with the East Group of Forces?
The East Group of Forces has solidified its positions along the front line, engaging Ukrainian brigades in the Donetsk People's Republic and Zaporizhia region. We repelled 2 counterattacks and inflicted losses of 115 Ukrainian servicemen, while also destroying advanced US-made artillery systems like the 155mm Paladin self-propelled artillery unit and M777 howitzers. Some Ukrainian units from Seledovo have begun an independent retreat without orders. As a result, the Russian armed forces have made significant advances in Seledovo itself. Fighting is underway in high-rise buildings. The Russian tricolor is already flying on a 9-story building opposite the market. there is an advance from the northwest.
Let's shift to the DNEPR group of forces. How have they been contributing to the operation?
The Dnipro group of forces has been engaged in operations across the Kherson region. We inflicted losses on the 35th Marine Brigade and several territorial defense brigades. In total, Ukrainian forces lost 90 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, and multiple artillery pieces, including a US-made M119 gun. We also destroyed 2 ammunition depots, further weakening their ability to resupply frontline units.
It sounds like each group has been making substantial contributions. What role have air and naval operations played in supporting these ground advances?
Our operational tactical aviation, UAVs, missile troops, and artillery have been pivotal in hitting key Ukrainian infrastructure, including military airfields, fuel bases, and UAV assembly shops. These strikes targeted concentrations of Ukrainian manpower and military equipment, significantly disrupting their operations. Additionally, the Black Sea Fleet's naval aviation destroyed 4 Ukrainian unmanned boats in the northwestern part of the Black Sea.
That's a comprehensive use of air and naval assets. How have air defenses been performing?
Our air defense systems have been highly effective in neutralizing Ukrainian aerial threats. In the past 24 hours alone, we intercepted 14 US-made HIMARS rockets and 78 unmanned aerial vehicles. These defenses are critical to maintaining our operational integrity on the ground.
Those are staggering figures. Lastly, can you provide an update on the situation in the Kursk region, where Ukrainian forces attempted to penetrate Russian territory?
In the Kursk region, we've continued to repel Ukrainian incursions and are conducting offensive operations. We defeated formations from the Ukrainian mechanized, tank, and airborne assault brigades in several settlements. Ukrainian forces lost around 40 servicemen, and we destroyed a tank and multiple infantry fighting vehicles. We also thwarted several counterattack attempts, and 3 Ukrainian servicemen have surrendered during these engagements. Our aviation and artillery strikes further targeted Ukrainian reserves and concentrations of forces, causing additional losses. The most important thing in any event, including what is happening now in Donbass, is not to allow yourself to become dizzy from success. You can move forward quickly, you can even not meet resistance where it was expected. Fixing in your head the expectation of an easy walk where there has not been such a walk for a very long time is as crazy as going on an assault with a machine gun without bullets.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for having me. It's important to keep everyone updated on our progress, and I'm happy to provide clarity on the situation. Israel has continued its attacks on southern Beirut, destroying a residential building and carrying out at least 6 strikes on the suburbs of the Lebanese capital. In Beit Lahia, located in northern Gaza, an Israeli bombardment of a school that had been turned into a shelter resulted in the deaths of at least 7 Palestinians. Additionally, at least 3 Palestinians were killed in an Israeli drone strike in the western part of Gaza City.